Welcome to the Online Health Business Podcast. My name's Jav. We've got Coach Mike's in the building. And today, guys, we're going to talk about a very a topic I'm very passionate about. So I'm so passionate I'm getting my words messed up. And it's all about why you don't need a website as a personal trainer. And I want you to just paint this picture in your mind and tell me if you've been in this scenario where you feel like as a business owner, you need to have this website before you can do online coaching or any type of coaching, even personal training. You might feel like, oh, I need this website. And it's something that I come across so much because of all the conversations that I have, and I'm sure you come across it as well, Michael, all the conversations that we have with coaches who feel like, oh yeah, you know what, I'm gonna start my online coaching, but I'm waiting to build my website first. And I'm going to just explain to you why this is holding you back in your business, all right? So if you want to know why you can get started without a website, continue listening because, trust me, you can. So I've got a couple topics I want to touch on. Got some notes on my notepad here. And the first thing is, it's not really why you don't need it, but for most of you guys, there's too much of an emphasis on having a website. Like, how many conversations have you had where people are like, yeah, I'm going to start when I get my website, or I need a website first, or like...
I'm working on, that's usually I'm working on my website.
Yeah.
100%. A lot, quite a few, and if it's not the website, it's something else techie. I'm working on this, I'm working on that.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
And one thing that I heard a mad quote today, or like a saying, and the guy was saying something like, people who are chasing perfection before they get started is a sign of being insecure, because you're so insecure that it's not perfect because you're worried about what people are going to think about what you're doing or what you're putting out there. So this idea that everything needs to be perfect is actually a sign of your insecurity.
100%.
And if you're going to be a business owner, unfortunately, 100%. You can't be insecure. So what's one of the reasons that you think coaches don't need a website?
That they don't need a website? Because I heard this saying from, it's not really a saying, but just from someone that I won't name right now. Then, the name was something around their name, but it's basically like a business just means something that is making money.
Right.
It's so simple, but it's so true. And he said, if your business isn't making money, you don't have a business. And he said, what's the first thing that you might even know what I'm saying, when I say, but he said, what's the first thing people do when they say they're starting a business? Anybody, right? I was talking to someone the other day. It wasn't even a PT, right? But someone, a relative that was saying that they're starting a business. And she's like, and I was like, oh, cool. Like, where is it? Like, let me buy it. Let me support. Oh yeah, we're just working on the design of the website. I was like, okay, like, where's the thing?
Right.
Where's the thing? Your business just needs to make money.
Right, okay.
The sooner it starts making money, the sooner you can clean up all those little things you want to clean, improve the delivery, and actually outclass the rest. The business that is capital rich, that has is making profit, can basically always beat the competition. It's not because Apple are so, amazing and brilliant minded and they have the best ideas that they're winning. You may think so, but I'm going to beg to differ. It's because they were the first company to hit $1 trillion. Their profit is so high that they can stay at the top. You can hire the best minds, you can hire the best coach, hire the best, lead generator, whatever. You need to be making money, and that's the most important thing, not the flipping website, especially when you're starting.
That's one reason. Another reason, and that's a good point as well, man, because if you're not making income, then the business ain't making any revenue, then it's pointless. What's the point? And even to continue on with that, some people are like so focused on having a website before they've even made sales. They ain't even got any sales. They ain't got anybody that, like, they ain't got no sales. So what's that doing for you?
That's what people usually do. Before making a sale, they get the website. They're like, I need a website. Now you just got a new expense, but nothing coming in.
Because you're paying for the domain and the hosting, but ain't no traffic. So that's actually my next point, which is number 2, is a website is useless without traffic. It's only as good as the traffic that goes to the website, right? So if you're not getting any traffic, if you're not actually creating interest in your program, your website is useless. It's literally useless. It might as well go down the toilet. And I explain this in a way where you might be a coach right now, and some of you listening might be in this scenario where you've actually got a website, but you're not generating any leads, right? Or you're getting no inquiries. But you're also not posting any content. And you're also not putting yourself out there. So you're not even creating opportunity to generate leads because you need traffic on the website. So your website is only as good as the traffic that's going towards it. So if you're not actually posting, you're not active on the socials, then again, the website is not any good. So those are two like important reasons and main reasons why, to be honest, you don't need a website. There's a lot of other things that you can do. And one of the first things that I would recommend is what I literally just said, is you need to start building traffic. So you need to start posting. You need to start getting active on the social media platforms. And also, if you're in the gym, you've got to be more active in the gym. And we did a whole episode about why the gym don't love you. So if you ain't listened to that, make sure you do. So one of the things you probably need to think about is, working out how can I start generating interest for my program. And if you're not getting DMs on Instagram, if you're not creating conversations, then a website is probably the least important thing that you need right now. But what are some of the platforms, or what are some of the softwares or things that you would recommend before even getting a website? If you could name one.
For online coaches specifically, because that's what we do, an online health business, set up your call link, right? The link for people to book a call with you. That's literally your website, essentially, because you need to just be having conversations. And a big thing is that I was telling a few coaches this weekend that you're too used to people inquiring, because every coach, if you're a PT, you're going to have people inquiring, whether it's from a family function or whatever. And then just talking to them via text, though, even, talking to them via text. Oh, yeah, I do this. Oh, yeah, I do that. You need to now learn to sell your services, and the best way to do it is going to be on Zoom, right, to start off with. And yeah, so, how are you going to get them to Zoom? You need a Calendly link. So that's a lot more powerful than, a website stuff.
Cool. So that's one thing, right? So a booking page, Calendly, that's all you need right there. Calendly is free. It don't even cost you money. It don't even cost you money. If there was another thing I would say that's probably more important than having a website, it's probably having an email marketing software. So something like MailerLite or MailChimp. Both of those ones are free. Again, it's not going to cost me money. And then what can I use? What can I do on MailerLite? I can create the landing page, which is, again, free. So I ain't got to waste all my time trying to design this sexy website with a homepage, about me page, website page. Like, no, just one page that says, hey, you can download this, and then an email marketing software that sends them emails and warms them up over time. Again, these are just some of the solutions that we give to our current coaches. And obviously we design this for them. We literally give it to them, plug and play system. We're just giving you a few gems here. Obviously, if you want to know more, you know where to find us if you want the full package. But that's just some of the things you need. Anything else you could think of?
As opposed to a website, so you got your call booking, right? You got some sort of mail system, and you got where you host your training program, your nutrition, I guess, and that could be easily Google Sheets, So yeah.
So software for coaching.
Software for coaching,
way more important than a website. And some of the latest ones, Stridis and Kahunas, they actually allow you. They have
a landing page.
A landing page on it.
If you don't know what a landing page is, you described it a bit, but a landing page specifically is a page, usually in sales, in funnels, and that in business, it just has your offer or a sales video or something like that, right? So it's just a page. It's not like a traditional website where you got home, pricing, which we see on most of your websites, which is not even a good thing to start off with. So it doesn't have all that top tab stuff. It just has what you're trying to tell the audience.
Yeah, and usually it will be like you just want them to give you something. So you want like a email address or something like that. So those are the things that you should be thinking about. Those are the things you should be putting your time towards. And I'll revert back to one of the first points I made was about why you need to start thinking about posting more consistently and getting yourself out there so that you can actually generate traffic towards the website. Or towards a landing page, rather than just having a website, because you just got a website that's out there in space, just floating in space and no one's visiting, then there's no point. Which leads me to one more thing. And this is something that we're doing actively is getting a bit deeper into where you're at. You need to start doing that with your audience, right? So I want you to think as the customer. Think as the person, like, okay, let's use an example. Think as the mum who's overweight, she's busy with the kids, and she's in pain, not physical pain, but like mental pain about how she feels in the mirror. She wears baggy clothes and she doesn't wear a bikini on the beach because she's just so ashamed of her body, right? Think about that person. Do you think that person cares whether you have a website or not, as long as you can help them?
They don't give a...
They don't care.
They're going to toss now.
They don't care, right?
No, they don't.
So you've got to start thinking about what does the audience care about? What do they care about?
Or do they care about more? You know, maybe down the line when you're getting really into it, people want to see, you know, make sure you're official. That's cool. But you can also just have the Google review page that doesn't need a website.
Again, free.
So, yeah, no, people don't care. You know, you need to get in front of your audience and know them and know their struggles, know their pain, and know how to address your value, put across your value, what you can do to help them.
Yeah.
Far more important.
And once you work that out, once you kind of go through the stages of really understanding your audience, then you'll recognize that there's a lot of things out there that you guys don't need to be doing. And there's a lot of things that you should be doing that are a lot more important. So this episode is more just kind of allowing you to kind of think a bit bigger than, oh, I just need a website. Because if you are in a position now where you just feel like you need a website to then get started, you're suffering with paralysis by analysis. You're stuck. And the solution to breaking out of that is obviously some of the things we mentioned, and there's more in our program, and taking action on it rather than just waiting for perfection, because perfection is a sign of insecurity.
100%. Now, we dive into that. Let's dive into that, because what you're saying is the overarching point. So we talked about a website. That's just one thing that coaches do to stop themselves actually offering their services. And I see it all the time. Lead magnets even. Yeah. Lead magnets are great tool. We'll talk about them sometime in this podcast. But again, they're just different things. And especially now we're in the shiny era where it's like there's always something popping up. Oh, you know, should I be making more, fancy reels, the viral reels? Should I be doing this? Should I be doing that? But a lot of it is taken away from actually just going and outreaching and talking to your audience. Do you know what I mean? So you need to kind of see you need to know what are the main actions you need to be doing to drive sales to start off with. There's nothing wrong with money. Your business needs money, and we talked about it was this episode that we talked about, yeah, that your business it needs money, or it's not a business. It's not a profitable business. So what are the actions that are going to bring that income in so you can be a better coach? Because if you're underpaid, right, and you're just a prisoner to your passion, then you're not going to be a good coach. And
you ain't going to stay around for too long.
You're going to stay around for too long.
Because you'll end up resenting the job, you'll resent your clients, and then you just be like, I ain't doing this anymore. And then all of a sudden, you just out the game, you're doing something else, you're looking for another job. And obviously, if you're coaching, that's not what you...
Let me give you them a scenario, yeah? Let me give you a scenario. Me and you are PTing in the gym, yeah? You're doing a full-time job on the side, or part-time you're doing another job, and you're not really getting the most out of it, okay? You're doing the traditional stuff, working on your website, your business cards. Yeah. No, it's true. You're doing all of that stuff. And me, I'm online coaching. I'm, doing a little bit of the PT on the side, and I've got a lot more freedom. I'm getting a lot more sales. Who is going to be the better coach to their clients?
The person that's clear-minded, happier.
Boom.
Yeah, it's true.
Whose clients are going to get the best results? Yeah. The one that's the coaches actually that they look to, they aspire to. They say, wow, I like that.
And the main point here, just for this particular episode, is you don't need a website to achieve that. So just remember that, guys. All right, you don't need a website to achieve that. No. We told you the solutions. We've given you the solutions, or at least some of them. Obviously, there's a lot more in our program that we give people. And if you do want to know a bit more about that, there is a link in the description to either book a call with either me or Michael. And we'll kind of just go through like what you need in your business, man. Because everybody needs something different, which is why I don't really believe in like group programs. I think everybody needs something different. So you might be in a position where, you might be doing all right, 5 or 10 clients in the gym, but it's just slow. You're making no money. You're waiting for this website. You're waiting to post a perfect viral reel, which is...
And you're paying someone for the website too? Brother,
you're
people
paying to
are
host
paying
it.
money,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, yeah.
Like someone showed me their logo the other day, yeah. And like literally she paid like £100 or plus for the logo.
For the logo.
I looked at the logo, I said, right, that's what you paid £100. So people don't even know they actually invest in their good money that, you know, they're not making that much of at the moment on this
In the
website,
wrong
and you don't
things,
need
yeah,
it.
Yeah, yeah.
I've been there as well, man.
Yeah,
I've been there. I
so-
thought I needed a website too.
Yeah, so if you resonate with that, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, share this podcast with some other PTs, because trust me, like, you know, every like, every subscribe counts. We appreciate it. And, you know, we're just here to just try and make sure that you guys understand that there's a lot more out there for you, more than you are aware of. Yeah. So, yeah, man, this is the Online Health Business Academy. Peace.